All right, Jonathan, what do we have today?
For Tech Brokens from May 10th through the 16th.
May 10th through the 16th.
Yes, we have
Okay.
Ronald Wayne, who is known for Apple, worked with Apple.
Didn't we talk about this guy?
I think so. Co-founded Apple with Steve Jobs.
Yeah, so this is a guy who sadly, so he co-founded Apple Computer Company back in what was it? 80, 70, whatever. Late 70s?
Late 70s, yeah.
Is that when Apple started, or was it? Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So he co-started he was a co-founder of the company. But 12 days later, he said, I think I'm just going to take my 10% share and I just want my money back. So Jobs and Wozniak gave him $800. And a year later, he took a final $1,500 to forfeit any potential claims against the newly incorporated Apple. So total, he got $2,300 when Apple first started. Do you think that he's looking back at that moment and just thought, man, why did I give up my 10%?
Definitely. He could have sat back and not done anything for the rest of his life.
He could have just, he would have been sitting. I mean, I don't know what he's doing now, but see, he moved to California in 71. He started his first business selling slot machines. The company failed in 2014. And his quote, according to this Wikipedia article, I discovered very quickly that I had no business being in business. I was far better working in engineering.
All right.
So I wonder if he discovered that when he sold his 10% shares of Apple, or he discovered it when his company failed in 2014. Because thinking it and saying it, man, those things could be decades apart.
That's funny.
Man, I almost feel bad for this guy. I mean, oh well. Sorry, Ronald. Who else do we got? Oh, wait. Ronald has a website.
Oh, Kickstarter.
You're still at it, Ronald.
He doesn't give up, you know?
He just doesn't give up,
That's good for him. Keep
All
on
right.
going.
All right.
Apple Newton logo signed.
Hey, this was Ron when he was young, huh? Look at that. He's got merch.
That's cool.
I wonder if he made this with his engineering tools.
So he has his own logo that kind of copies Apple.
Does it really? I didn't realize that.
Apple Computer.
Yeah, but oh,
Maybe he still has the name. Like he could still like.
that is an interesting. That is very interesting. I wonder if he still has a name. That is, now I'm fascinated.
Yeah. I mean, like Ronald, he says he's not a businessman, but look at him selling merch and stuff.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
He even has his own stamp.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
That's cool.
He doesn't have a tote bag. He's got a beach bag.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
I wonder if this was like the original logo to the
Yeah.
Apple computers.
Like, how is he?
Because this is Newton, right?
Yeah, Isaac Newton, and then like the Apple.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his like contribution to Apple. He was like we can be like inventors of. I don't know. Maybe that. Maybe
And
he
I,
just.
I wonder, it makes me wonder if like at the point that he gave up his shares, he agreed like, hey, I'm taking the logo as well. And they probably thought like, yeah, dude, you can have the logo. That's not what we're going for anyways, you know? But this is interesting. Dang it. I like this guy now. Who else do we got?
Next, we have Charles Tandy, known for Tandy Computers.
You know, what's interesting is that he died in 1978 and he was a chairman of the board, president, and CEO. But Tandy Corporation, I wonder if they're still around. Wow, look at this. Tandy Leather was founded in 1919. Wait, so Tandy Corporation, wait, he was known for Tandy Computers or Tandy Corporation?
Computers.
But it says here it was Tandy Corporation.
Oh, it owned Radio Shack.
Tandy Leather was founded in 1919 as a leather supply store and acquired a number of craft retail companies, including Radio Shack in 1963. In 2000, the Tandy Corporation name was dropped and the entity became Radio Shack Corporation.
Interesting.
This is very interesting. And so I'm wondering if Tandy was strictly like a Radio Shack product.
Well, they were selling leather and then Radio Shack stuff, equipment.
Yeah. Tandy was one of the 3 companies, along with Commodore and Apple, that started PCs in 1977. TRS-80, 1977.
Wow. Coco.
Coco.
Whoa. It looks like Battleship.
What does the TRS-80 look? Whoa. That looks like one you had when you were a kid. This is the Z80 microprocessor.
Radio Shack. They
Those
still
are,
have Radio Shack, huh?
I think so, yeah. So maybe Tandy was just a Radio Shack. Tandy Corporation. That's pretty cool. Well, good for you, Charles. You did well.
Last but not least,
Uh-oh. What do we got?
Mark Zuckerberg.
What?
He's known for Facebook. The
May
Fox.
14, 1984. I think I was graduating junior high during that year. In fact, the following month after he was born, I graduated junior high. Sometime in June of 1984. He's a philanthropist. What's a mogul? Media mogul.
Mag.
See, it says media mogul.
Oh, yeah. He makes media. Magnite. Media magnite.
Mogul. What is the definition of mogul? An important or powerful person, especially in the motion picture or media industry.
He's VIP.
He's a VIP of media.
I mean, Facebook was one of the things that kind of got everyone connected too, you know, like social networking and all that stuff.
Friendsters was what he based Facebook out of.
Friendsters?
I think so.
Hmm.
Let me see. No. Maybe not. But I remember the site went up over the weekend, but Monday morning, the college shut it down because its popularity had overwhelmed Harvard's network switches and prevented students from accessing the internet. So he's been causing problems ever since college. That's pretty hilarious. So it was originally launched as the Facebook. The Facebook.com. 6 days after the launch, 3 Harvard seniors, Cameron, Tyler, and Divya, accused Zuckerberg of intentionally misleading them into believing he would help them build a social network called Harvard Connection, while he instead used their ideas to build a competing product. Wow. They filed a lawsuit against this. Man, this guy has been, what? They agreed settlement for 1.2 million Facebook shares.
Wow.
And he dropped out of Harvard in his sophomore year of most. Wow, that's crazy. You know, this Facebook is written in PHP, which is the same technology that is used for WordPress.
Oh, wow.
And so what I found out recently was that, so JavaScript, and I believe that this is technology that Google came up with. What they did with JavaScript is that they're no longer running JavaScript as a scripted language, but what they do is they compile it down to like ones and zeros, essentially, is what they do. You know, it's like they compile it down to machine code. And so Chrome can run JavaScript like native machine language. And so what Zuckerberg's team did, or his technology team, is they are now compiling PHP down to like what they call WebAssembly, which is the same thing that Google came up with, to WebAssembly, which runs native on the machine itself. So you're no longer like running the scripted language of PHP. It's actually like machine language. Like when you compile C# or whatever, you're running machine language. Mm-hmm. And so that was pretty interesting to read. I was like, huh, I know that's, so that explains some of their speed capabilities with running it on the servers and, producing some of the code that they produce. It's actually running in machine language now. Cool. So I thought, pretty cool. Put some compilers on that PHP scripting stuff. So, well, happy birthday, Mark. Keep causing all that trouble you've been causing since. I bet you he's been a troublemaker since junior high too. So.
I mean, with a net worth of 117.8 billion.
That's nothing compared to Bezos. This guy is like poor compared to Bezos. Bezos just bought a yacht that requires a yacht to run right alongside of it. So Mark Zuckerberg doesn't even have anything near that. So I think Bezos during his divorce gave up like half of his fortune, and he's still richer than Mark Zuckerberg. But I mean, it's $117.8 billion ain't too shabby. So good for him.
Yeah, that's the last one of our March or May birthdays.
All right, we'll leave Mark highlighted for the ending of this segment.